Good morning. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Virginia and I do a daily reading using Oracle and Tarot cards Monday through Friday. And then I throw in some 3-card pick a card readings that are just kind of fun, so you can be involved in that as well. But another way you can be involved is sit down and bring your energy into the space. It helps whether you're doing it at the time that you see it or you see it, a year later. That's when you're meant to, and your energy is relevant for this time. So I'm so thrilled to be reading from the Wisdom of the Trees and then the Sacred Creators Oracle deck. So both of these oracles I was kind of drawn to this morning. I think yesterday's reading was, it brought in some energy telling me that the earth was wanting to communicate in some way, and that everything was a fertile ground for us to be able to step into our gifts and the possibility of new gifts and new things coming to us. So I think that's one of the reasons why these two decks really wanted to continue that theme. So as always, we have selenite here for the decks, and let's get started. I am so grateful that you came to join me today. My beautiful dog Darby is coming in to join the reading. Hi, Darby. So let's jump into the Wisdom of the Trees. And what do they, okay. So this one jumped out, this date palm. And this one, I always have to go to the guidebook because I don't have them memorized, even though I've had this deck for a couple of years. But I think this one is grace. If you look at this, let's do it this way so it doesn't pick me up. Yeah, there's this beautiful rainbow energy up top, and the date palm, kind of flows with the wind. You know what I mean? It makes it sometimes even more beautiful when you see it dancing with the elements. So there's an aspect of that coming in, is us being able to not get knocked off our center because it's getting kind of windy out. And yeah, the metaphor is around what's going on. There's a lot of people blowing a lot of hate and just nonsense out there that doesn't make sense to most people. So that's, I think, the wind that we're asking to kind of bend with and just wait, because the storm, I just heard the storm is coming, like, ugh, oh my gosh. And this one, okay, and then this is ash. I don't think I've ever got this one. It's interesting because this one is a tree that is very full, and it must be used, and that's what I'm kind of hearing, is that it's used to build fires. So both of these cards have some sort of relevance for this. Yeah. So what I'm seeing here is ash must have the ability to burn things up. So what I'm getting is from these two cards, and I'll go to the guidebook to add to it, is one is that we need to adapt and bend and know that it won't always be this windy, but right now we just need to not worry too much about what's going on. That I think it's actually going to get worse before it gets better, but we can handle this, and that grace is with us, and like the little bird that's up here on the top, and that now is a time for us to really lean into our spiritual practices, tap into Mother Nature, know that she is guiding us, as well as what I'm hearing is like from the stars, from galactic energy is coming in. It's like the universe is aware of what's going on right now, and this huge cosmic shift. And like the tower, everything kind of has to fall apart and burn up. This feels like a very transformative card that is showing this fire to be able to transmute the energy. So let's go to the guidebook before I go any further and see what it says here for date palm. Yes, it is around grace. And what it's saying is it's a time to show that you can remain graceful even in the face of pressure. Teach yourself how to bend with the winds of change and how to adapt to the current situation so that you continue to be flexible and upright. Because I think that that's part of what's going on. It's like people unfortunately, in this time, and that's what we're meant to see, is that people are really showing their true colors. They're showing how ugly they are. And and they're proud of it, which is what's really interesting. And I think it's going to be a time that we look back on and say, wow, and they're not going to be very proud of themselves when they do, because it was all about, the egos of a few. And that's not what living is about. It's not about just this person or that person. It's about everything, and that's what we're coming into in this Aquarian age. So ash is around mastery, which is so beautiful. It says gain mastery over yourself by accepting who you are. Wow, let's sit with that for a minute. Yeah, who are you? Accept the beauty and the multi-layers and the good and the bad and I hate using those good and bad, but like we just like what the people are doing right now, this is not going to last, and they're going to have to live with what they're creating right now, and it's not going to feel very good. So it says, by accepting who you are and fearlessly looking at all aspects of your personality, you can strive to be objective, rational, rather than being swept along by subjective emotions. Okay, so that's really powerful, isn't it? Because that's exactly what's going on. I woke up today in fear. I was like, where is this coming from? I, did yoga and all these different practices. But even today, as you can see in the background, I'm preparing for a session. But even then I was like, I need to get out of this fear. I know it. And so I'm so happy that, I a lot of times do these readings the day before because it takes me that long to upload it, unfortunately, because I live in the country and my internet, as you can probably see, is not the best. So I'm hearing it is time now to go to Sacred Creators. So let's see what Chris Ann and the Sacred Creators. Okay, so these two, it says, oh wow, isn't this interesting? Stop, drop, and ground. Wow, so isn't that interesting, because we had the ash card right before that, right? This one right here. And it's asking you, to kind of look at yourself and see what's going on. I'm going to go back in there and look and see what was ash. Ash was around mastery. So part of what I think the reading is saying is that be flexible, master the gifts that you have going on right now. And that some of us are getting too fearful, too out of, we're letting our emotions, it's asking you not to let your emotions run away. We're letting our emotions run away. It's like it's creating something within us, and it's time to put that out. That's the stop, drop, and roll card. And I hear that there is one more card here. So let's see what else. Beautiful message today. I'm super excited. Maybe there isn't. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I kind of heard that there was one more. Oh, there it is. Okay. And this one says, welcome the divine masculine. Okay. So it's really hard to step into any masculine energy right now, because it is, there's so much toxic masculine energy, but this is divine masculine. So what that's telling me is that, put out the fires, stop all the emotional, don't feed what the narratives that are going on, that there are a divinity within the masculine energies. It's just what we're seeing out there, the big loudmouths, are not that. They're, all stuck in their head, and they think they're the best thing, in the world. And there are men and masculine energy within all of us. So when we deny that energy, we're kind of denying parts of ourselves, which is exactly what they've done. It's like these people that don't have compassion, they've denied their feminine aspect. So I think that's why this card is coming out. It's saying, the reason how we got in this in the first place is because we're denying an element of ourselves. So stay with grace and bend with the pressures that are going on. They're not going to last forever, and I think they're going to get a little worse before they get better. And so have grace. And then this one, mastery. It's time to take a look at what you have and bring about your gifts and tap into that, and don't give your energy to other people. It's time to release that energy. Stop, drop, and roll. Put out that fire. Whatever is dragging you in that direction, it's time to let it go. And welcome in the element that we are denying, because we're seeing so much ugliness in the masculine world right now. So we have have to recognize that we have beauty within our masculine energy. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing day. And until tomorrow, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.